what on... Oh, welcome back to Christina's Garage Gearhead and Training. When I go live, I get all messed up. I'm not as good about all the intro and all that. Either way, so last time I was struggling to get that differential cover off. I got it off, and then I didn't know how to take the pins or do whatever I need to do to release the axles. Jeff is coming over tomorrow to help me do that. Yesterday, my husband and I drove to LA, so for us, that's 6 hours each way. Basically did a 24-hour trip to go pick up, let me turn the camera around so you can see it, pick up my Freedom Race lift, so, or not mine, I'm borrowing it right now. So this is one side of it, the other side is on the other side of the car right now. Went to go pick those up, and, you know, it's Josh, the founder and the owner of Freedom Race Lifts. I met him at PRI, I think it was technically 2 years ago, and really cool dude. I was trying to interview people and wanting to learn about different products and cars and stuff like that. And this lift that I just showed you, it is all mechanical. And especially from coming from a newbie like myself, I didn't really know much about the car industry. I had heard, though, a lot about hydraulic lifts and the issues that people run into with hydraulic lifts. I'm going to just scoot my way on the other side. So I'm trying to scoot while on the creeper so I don't have to stand up and then bring it with me. So I got distracted. Oh, look, squirrel. I'm also exhausted. So we went out there to LA. Saul. I'm doing my best to pronounce his name right because I guess a lot of people call him Saul or what would they call him, babe? What did he? Saul. But his name is Saul. So I'm doing my best to. Oh my goodness, I'm caught on this blanket here, and then there's a mat. I'm mobility, and then holding all of the things. Ooh, that is dirty. I need to clean that. Anyway, so went to go pick up the lift, and then. Doing too many things at once. My brain is kind of discombobulated. So Saul showed me how to use it. I've interviewed Josh several times, the owner of Freedom Race Lift. This is the other side right behind me. And he had explained it to me how to use it before. The thing is that I was never in the mindset of when he was explaining it, how would I personally set it up in my own garage? So Saul showed me a little bit how to set it up and stuff like that. I was putting my hands on it and all that. I'm going to be doing a full-length video. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but I'm still in the middle of filming it right now to show my experience of going to pick it up and then learning how to set it up. Josh, when I was talking to him about, okay, well, I want to finish the video and show from the perspective of someone like myself who's never met Josh before and maybe doesn't have all the professional mechanical experience, to be able to see how this lift would work in the application of someone like myself, to see if it'd be a good fit for other people, not only for myself because I haven't used it yet, but other people who might relate to having it at an in-home shop. And I asked him if he had an instruction manual or something, because I was going to try to set it up kind of by myself. And I didn't realize that Josh, every person who buys a lift through him, will either call him on the phone or be there in person. Like, he will walk you through how to set it up. Like, you do have the instruction manual, but he will walk you through to make sure that not only is your experience really good, but also to make sure that it's set up appropriately, not only for your ease of use, for convenience-wise, but also safety. Safety is really huge for him. And so I made an appointment with him tomorrow, and then I'm going to jump on the phone, FaceTime him so he can kind of walk me through to make sure I set this up right. And part of like the options with the lift is that when it's connected to each other, you can either slide it in through the side of the car or you roll the car over it. The thing is that my garage, as you can tell, I was just on the other side. It's not very wide. It's a 2-car garage. And so I am putting, you know, full circle, so circle back around. I forgot what they said the term was, but That's why I put the differential cover back on. I didn't put any seals or gaskets or anything in it. It doesn't have any oil. It didn't have any oil in it. I just closed it back up, put all the 12 bolts back on so that I can put the jack underneath it, take the jack stands, because right now I'll show you, turn the camera around. There are jack stands underneath it right at this moment. And in order to get the Freedom Race Lift underneath here, I need to put it back on the wheels. And unfortunately, we didn't get to finish all the brakes yet. That's what I'm going to get to tomorrow with Jeff, which I'm really excited because I thought, so there are two car lifts that Freedom Race Lift sells. I thought that this was the one that goes 22 inches. I'm going to confirm it with Josh tomorrow. If this is the other one, which I think it is, it goes 26 inches, which is significant. Like, what is that? That's like 1 foot. That's over 24 inches. So that's like 2 feet. So being able to have that much extra space to get underneath to work on the differential tomorrow will be fantastic, because this is such a tiny little space under there, and some people are asking me, why don't I, heighten the jack stands? I'm not going to heighten the jack stands if I'm kind of like a little bit weirded out, like just with one pin holding it together. The cool thing about the Freedom Race Lifts is that it's all mechanical. It doesn't use hydraulics, so you don't have to worry about the hydraulics leaking or failing. And when Josh designed it, he put a ton of safety features in so that, yes, it's mechanical, but it has other fail safes. So if one thing doesn't work, like, there are multiple levels of safety in there. That's like his main focus, is the safety, and also convenience, because like mine's a pull through garage. I can't put one of those bigger lifts that will be bolted in the ground. The only other option could potentially be the Max Jacks, and I think the Max Jacks does go higher than the Freedom Race Lift. The thing about the Max Jacks is that it is hydraulic. So Josh is amazing and loaned this out to me so I can test it out. See if it's something that works for my context, or whatever you want to call it. And then if there's anybody else that watches my content, I'm going to try to get up off this thing and then not fall while on camera. Fall while on live. I'm going to put the cover back on it. And then tomorrow, I'm a little bit nervous because it's raining right now. And it's going to be raining tomorrow as well. I do not want to roll the Camaro out in the rain, if possible, because I do not have any windows on the car yet, and I really don't want to get it wet. But I do have a couple tarps that I'll likely utilize. So I only have 2 lug nuts on each tire right now. It's just a temporary thing. I'm just trying to tighten it just enough, because the thing is, it doesn't have an engine in it. All I need the lug nuts on there to do is just make sure the wheels don't come off. And when I was trying to put these on before, I didn't have an extension, so it was a little bit funky. Taking you on the other side with me. So I'm just like tightening these just a little bit more before putting them down on the ground. My husband is going to help me. Oh, here, I'll give you a closer look of the Freedom Race Lift. It's not that big, which is really nice, and it's portable. You see, it's got wheels on the one side, and they're, I think, 50 or 60 pounds each. This one, I think, might be a little bit heavier because it has this, the remote connects to this. That way, you can just click a remote, and it goes up and down. And also, if you don't, so I got Milwaukee batteries for the lift, because of the particular, what did he call it? This attachment uses the batteries to move it up and down. But if you don't have Milwaukee batteries and you don't want to use the remote, you can just directly connect it to any power drill, and you can do it that way. So if you're using it in, people doing off-road racing would use it. So if you're in the pits and you need to move it up and down really quickly, you'd be able to do that just with the power drill. So I really like the convenience of that. And Josh is really cool too. Really nice dude. So yeah, let's put the car on the ground. And I wasn't even going to go live. And you can thank my husband for that, because he's like, why don't you go live? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing anything super exciting right now. He's like, yeah, but, you know. Yeah, so. I have, what, 3? I'm going to have 3 videos coming out soon. So the one, I changed the tailgate. I rebuilt the tailgate on my truck, because when we were transporting these, I didn't want any possibility of that tailgate flopping down, even though I fully, I strapped it down, but the tailgate was being kind of weird. So I went and got a tailgate rebuild kit. I'm going to put you down for a second, because I cannot do this thing. Give me 1 second. I guess this would be a good time to be using that the gimbal that